Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Black Mozart, and today we're going over GC. If you know me, this is the only pair I trade. So pretty much I stick to one pair. That's GC. I've been following this pair for over the last year and a half. I would say 2 years now. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I know every move it's gonna make, but I'm pretty much familiar with it. Like I tell everybody else, when you're first starting off, stick to one pair. Don't look at what everybody else is trading because you'll get that FOMO. So pretty much I just I got that in my mind and I stuck to one pair. So we're going to go over what happened last week. I know everybody's saying it's backtracking, it's hindsight, all that good stuff. But I'm going to tell you the trades I took. And then we're going to go to see what is going on next week. So I have a Black Mozart strategy that I kind of intertwine with OCT and also the 20 pips and dip. Strategy. I use 3 indicators. I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I use them, but then sometimes I don't. But I use a 2150 and a 200, and I'm gonna just go over some gap stuff that I did last week. So I'm gonna go over this. So the 200 right here is pretty much it tells me I need to take sales. All right, don't look for no buys pretty much in here. So if I see it underneath here, I'm going for all sales. If it's over the top, it's gonna be going all buys. So that's the BF, or what we call it where I work at. We call it the bottom line up front. We call it the bluff, BLUF, bottom line up front. All right. So check it out. We're just gonna go back and we're gonna backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna show you what I saw the first part of the week. And we're gonna let's see. Where is my? Oh, there it is. It's up here. All right, let me bring it down here for you. If it lets me do it. There it is. All right, so check it. We're gonna go off the speed a little bit. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna just give it to you rough and raw. You know how it is. So check it out. I seen the market gap on Sunday, right? All right. So I seen the gap right here. So basically, I put this right here. I came in there and I drew me a little trend line right here. All right, let me bring this down some. I went up in here and did me a little trend line at the top. And from what I've seen with this pair, like I said, it's not always 100%. It's not always 100%, you feel me? So, but sometimes it's not it's not so much rocket science either. All right, so what I do, I'm gonna just let this play out. As you can see, this is the weekly open. I always go by the weekly open. See if I have my weekly open right here, and I have my weekly close right there. All right. I also have my weekly open in price. I draw a line right here. Boom. This is my week right here. I simplify it. I make sure I don't confuse myself. All right, and that's also part of the ICT strategy that I was picked up. But this right here is not. This is a gap. So normally when the market gaps, right? When the market gaps, it has to cover that space. All right, and that's what I've noticed. So I start looking for trades, but I don't look for trades. The reason being is because GC has a wide spread when the market first opens. So I let the market open and it kind of dwindle down a little bit. And so right here, I also have an indicator. If you want to know what this indicator is, it is the Asian session range. All right, this is the Asian session range. So it basically boxes off the range that I'm in right now, which is the Asian session. It kind of gives me that, just that clarification which range we in. All right, so you see it's still hugging the price, right? See it's still hugging the price. So normally what I do around closer towards 1 o'clock Asian London session, 2 o'clock London session, I will make sure, and I don't set pending orders. All right, I wait till it breaks structure right here. All right, and I'm gonna also show you this. I'm gonna bring this around. For a lot of you guys, I don't know if y'all actually pay attention to this. All right, so when I look for the strength, I look at the strength meter as well too. I look for news. That's the biggest thing. But right here around 2 o'clock, if I see this is all 6 bars and this is 1 bar, I normally take the trade, right? I normally take the trade. But also, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't pay attention to that, this and that, and the third." You do what you do. You feel me? You do you. And but I looked at. Let's go back of last week. I looked at on Monday, GBP. That went till 10 o'clock, so we wasn't too much worried about that. Well, yeah, too much worried about that. until then. So I look at those two things, and so what I do is around, let me see, let me go back. We're gonna wait till around 2 o'clock. I can't remember exactly when I took this trade. I took it around, let's see, around when the market opens around 1, around a 2. All right, so that's what I did. So you see how it's going up right here? It's gonna hit this gap. All right. So actually, let me look and see. Let me look and see. Let me go back. 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 All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna go back some. Here we go. Here we go. Let me backtrack it for you. All right. Oops. Bear with me for a second, please. All right. Matter of fact, this one I'm gonna do. Instead of doing that, I'm gonna just go back and start over. Bear with me, people. I'm sorry. I'm human. All right. So I took it a little bit before the Asian range was closed, right? Because I seen the gap, so I'm like, all right, I already know where it's going. So, which pretty much I wait till around 9 to 2000, which is about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I start seeing it going up. That's what I normally take the trade because I know it's gonna gap. That's just off of previous experience. It normally hugs this weekly opening range. All right, it normally hugs that, and then it starts to go up around closer towards 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when the Asian range opens. And I normally, if I see, like I said, if I go back to the currency strength meter, I will see that it's strong that morning. So what I do is I'll wait, all right, and I'll normally rate around, let's see, let's go right here. All right, see it's closing right here. So I'll wait a little bit till it hits this bottom. All right, here we go. This one I'll take the trade right here, boom. And I'll go up to right where this line stops. So it's around 50 pips. Let's do the 50 pip line. Boom. And I'll have a 20 pip stop loss. Boom. All right. You see where it's going? So let's speed it up a little bit. It has to cover this price. So anything over here, I don't mess with. I just kind of go to this line right here. And then even if it shoots up 70 pips, that's fine. Because normally I'm a 20 to 50 pip guy. All right, but since normally when this happens, it busts out to the 50 pip range. Let's speed it up a little bit. All right. Boom, right there. As you see, it shot up. All right, that's fine because guess what? We got our 50 pips and we dipped. All right, just make sure you hold your good risk management. I knew what I was going to risk right here from my risk to reward with 20 pips. I knew what I was going to gain from my 50 pips. All right, you got that? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next session. I'm pretty much done. All right, in the morning when that happens on Monday morning, I take my 50 pips. I don't come back into the market. Bottom line up front, I don't double trade. I don't do anything like that. I just continue to take my profits, and then I wait till the next morning, London session. All right. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for you guys. I just want to get through this a little bit. So remember, also I forgot to tell you, I take it from the I always take it from the my trades from the 5-minute chart. All right, I look overall where it's going, but I also always take my trades at the 5-minute time frame. All right, so we're gonna speed this up. We're gonna go to the next one. All right, here we go. Daily opening. All right, so this day we actually we start looking at, and I'm gonna bring this up. Let me go out a little bit. Let me go out a little bit for you. All right, as you can see, we're on a downtrend pretty much. All right, so let me go out. Let me range out a little bit more. If you see this, all right, so boom, right here. As you can see, we already had for the last month or so, we already had that uptrend and hit the higher highs of this month, right? All right, you got that? So that's what I also look at. So now I'm looking for that downtrend to go back down to the lowers, all right, of that month. You got that? That's simple bottom line up front stuff, bro. For real. Well, I'm sorry, not bro. Ladies and gents, simple bottom line up front. So I know it hit this one the week before. It's gonna come down, all right? But this is what I'm gonna wait for. I'm gonna wait for a retest. All right, and I'm gonna bring this up, and let me at the end of it, I'm gonna tell you what I was looking at when I said ICT. All right, that's what I'm gonna tell you what I was looking at. All right, let me bring this up for you. All right, here we go. You see this? This would be a bullish condition. All right, this would be a bullish condition. But in this situation right here, what I'm looking for a bearish. I'm not a bullish. A bearish condition. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack. I'm getting all off topic. All right. Here we go. A bullish condition. I'm looking for it to go up, then go down. All right. You see that? So basically, this is a bearish condition. All right. So what it means by bullish condition means it's bullish in the beginning of the week, then bearish towards the end of the week. And so that's what we were looking for this week, right? We were looking for this exactly this week, for it to go up and retest this line, just this line a little bit, then come back out because we still bearish, right? Hold on. So hopefully I didn't confuse you with none of that. All right. So this week we were looking at it being bearish, not bullish. We were looking at it to be bearish. I say it again. It was bullish the last 2 weeks. This week we looking for it to be bearish. All right. So check it out. We're going to go continue on. And let me slow this down a little bit. All right. Everybody see this? Guess what that formed? I know if you've been trading a while, you hold on, is it still going? Let me stop it. I know if you've been trading a while, right? You have noticed what this formed. Hey, let me pull my tool out, my path tool. Boom, 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 boom. That's a whole M. M's and W's if you trade that, right? M's and W's you trade that. But check this out. This is what I was looking for. I looked at my higher high this week. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. Hopefully I'm not confusing you right now. So you see it hit that high of the week right here, right? And the rest of the week it kind of consolidated. Here we go. So pretty much it was consolidation right here. All right, so what it did was, normally what it does, it false broke out. It broke out to the top. It tried to get people to get into buys right here. But I noticed that if we've been on a downtrend for the past week, I'm looking for all what? Sales. Looking for all sales. And if you start to look right here, let me get my little trusty arrow. Guess what that happens? It broke past the 200. You looking for sales. And now this 20 line has broke down. You looking for sales. And also what I look for the 20 pips and dip strategy, how I look for it, 20 to 50 pips. This is what I do, right? I'm looking for my short. I look for it to break underneath a strong candle. Boom. This is when I jumped in. I go ahead and put my 50 pips there. All right, 20 stop loss. Boom. See that? It doesn't even matter, honestly. It doesn't even matter if it keeps going. It don't matter. Have in your training plan what you want. If you want to keep going, you make sure you take profits off the table, things of that nature. But you see it actually went down to 100 plus pips. But for this sake, we only took 50 pips because we have a strategy. Boom. All right, so we're going to keep going. Let me take this out. All right, bottom line up front. That's all I'm telling you. It's if you start to study this, that's what it's going to do. So look, on Wednesday, let me pull this thing back up. Sometimes you can take buys. All right, if you look at this, let me pull this back up for you. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. All right. So that is the bullish condition. I'm sorry. I don't know why they keep coming up. All right, here we go. So if we was looking at bullish conditions, basically going bearish at the end of the week, we got to look right here. And it's going to show you. I'm going to show you in a second. On Wednesday, we start looking at for reversal. It starts going back towards the bottom of the lows, or creating lower lows. And then we're going to start looking for the reversal come Wednesday to come back up. So this is what we're going to do. Let's look at when was Wednesday of last week. Let's look at this date. When was Wednesday of last week? It was the 29th. All right, we're going to mark this candle around the 29th around, let's say 8 o'clock. Let's see, 29th. Let me see. Let me just go out. 29th. Let's see, around 8 o'clock. let's do 8 o'clock around London session open, right? All right, so let this play out. All right, like I said, if you're going for more than 50 pips, you just make sure you put your stop loss in profit, and you take every 20 pips, you take some profits off the table. You feel what I'm saying? There's no point to keep holding the trade and then mess around and reverse on you for some news, speculation, or whatever the case may be, and you don't take nothing off the table. All right, you get what I'm saying? So let's speed this up a little bit. All right, let's go. All right, so I actually think this went down a total of 177 pips on Tuesday to Wednesday, and then Wednesday it started reversing again, like the strategy says, and like it normally does. All right, it'll go up even if it's bullish. Well, it'll start off bearish at the beginning of the week, then around Tuesday it'll start going bullish again, and then it'll go up, and then it'll flatten out during the week to kind of correct itself. All right, so let's see. Let's speed this thing up some more. Come on. Speed it up, because we ain't gonna be here all day. All right, boom. So it opened up a little bit. Let me see. All right, we went down some more. Like I said, I think it went down a total of 177 pips. So boom. All right, so it's going down right here. You see around New York session, it kind of starts going down, going back up again. Let's go. Boom. Hit that support. All right. Yep. So we was off a little bit. Let me see. Around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock session open. All right. So if you're a New York session trader, you could take this trade, and normally it goes from Wednesday to Thursday, around 70 pips back up, half of what it went down. All right. I typically don't take this trade. I wait for London again, because I don't trade New York. But like I was saying, if you want to wait to be on the safe side, you can wait till it hits this 200 again. But that's on you. Me personally, that's not the way I go. You can wait till this 20 crosses over. You can take this trade. All right, but that's normally what it does. Let's say we take this trade. Let's say we take this trade right here. All right, we're gonna do it just for the sake of it. All right, we're gonna take it right when it closed right here, and let's go up 70 pips. Or let's go up 50 pips. I don't mess around with 70 pips. Let's go up. BTC is crossing, my bad, guys. All right, here we go. And let's spread this out. Let's see how long it takes to hit 50 pips. All right, so you see it's back at Asian session, and it's already hit my 50 pip mark. All right, it took about a day or so. All right, actually, yeah, it took about a day or so. Boom, it's still going up. All right, so like I said, you could go for 70 pips. See, this is the 70 pip mark. Oh, it went 80 pips. All right, but I normally, when I do it on Wednesday, I normally just take my 50 pips and I get out the market. Everybody understand that? Bottom line up front, bottom line up front. All right, so let me get out of this. All right, so let's, we're not gonna take too much longer. All right, I went over that. Hopefully you can, you understand it when we go back again. All right, so let's go to the next week. All right, so this is the next week. You see, I already got my line marked off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the opening price, all right, to come up. So again, I'm gonna show you, this is my line right here. All right, this is the bottom line down here. All right, this is the lowest of the month. All right, we start a new month. So I'm starting to look at, it's gonna test. If it gaps and it tests down here, I'm looking at for it to gap about 50 pips, and then it's gonna kind of play underneath here a little bit. All right, play underneath here potentially, and then it's gonna, I think potentially it's gonna, let me see, why ain't it doing that? Let me see, I gotta go back and do it again. I think potentially it's gonna shoot back up above the opening price on Tuesday, all right, right here, and then it's gonna come back, and then it's, why is this doing this today? And then it's gonna do this, but it's not gonna come back to opening price, because it's gonna settle in and come back up and go back for the next 2 weeks, go back up and touch this one again. Get what I'm saying? So if you, let's go back, let's go out and look at the bigger picture. Let's see this bigger picture. Let me take all these indicators off and these drawings off, right? Boom. You see this? It's been ranging. It's been ranging. It's been ranging. So let's think about this, ladies and gents. Bottom line up front. if it's been ranging for the last month or so, let's see how long this thing's been ranging. Jeez, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. It actually uptrend from the first part of the year, and then it started ranging from April all the way till now. So if it comes off and touches this line again and it don't break structure, guess where it's going again for the next 2 weeks? Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me right now. All right. Learn your pair, bro. Learn your pair. You feel what I'm saying? Learn your pair. All right. That's what I do. All right. Like I said, I think it's going to come back. It's going to come over here and it's going to come back and test underneath this line. And then it's going to, and then actually, like I said, what I say it normally does till about Tuesday, it kind of plays, you know, goes underneath here, boom, all this good stuff. Then for London, it's gonna come back up, boom, right here, all right, and then it's gonna range again. Then it's gonna come back up, all right, and then for the next 2 weeks, it's gonna come up. So that's my analysis and what I'm looking at. Hopefully, I didn't lose you on anything. If you have any questions, make sure you like and subscribe. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and comment down below what pair you trade. And for the next session, I can start looking at your pairs and all that good stuff. Let me get out of here. And then we'll go from there. All right. Other than that, y'all have a blessed trading week. Make sure you use your risk management. Don't try to go from $5 to $10,000 in 30 days. Use good risk to reward ratio, and we out.